Hello and welcome to my review of Wonder, the newest film directed by Steven Chbosky and starring Jacob Tremblay. If you don't already know, Wonder is about a kid with facial deformities and just kind of showing what it's like for him to start middle school, start 5th grade, and just kind of showing really it covers his 5th grade year. That's what it covers there. And just kind of all the trials and struggles and the happy moments and the sad moments, just all of that in there. First, let's start off with the actor who plays the main kid, Jacob Tremblay. If that name does sound familiar to you, it's probably because you've seen the movie Room, which came out 2 years ago, 2015, where he plays the young kid in that movie, and he was just fantastic in that, and he gives another great performance in this. You know, child actors usually aren't that great. They kind of have a reputation for being kind of meh. And he does a great job. He gives humanity to this performance. You forget at times that he's deformed. You see the humanity in this. Julia Roberts and Owen Wilson play his parents in the movie. And Owen Wilson doesn't really give us anything we haven't seen from Owen Wilson before, but this character didn't really require anything other than the Owen Wilson we're used to. So he played his part well. He did exactly what the part needed him to do. Julia Roberts, at first I thought was going to be another case like Owen Wilson, where it's just kind of what we're used to seeing from Julia Roberts. But you do, as the film goes on, you uncover more layers, and you really do learn more about the mom. And yeah, Julia Roberts does a great job in this. And you do get the emotionality behind that. One thing that is unique about this movie is that you don't really get from the trailers is that this movie actually isn't really just about the kid. It kind of is about all the people he affects, and you really do get to see it from other people's perspectives in the story, and that is very interesting. Which also brings me to just the dialogue. Not all the time, but most of the time, the dialogue does sound, from the kids, sounds like real kids. It sounds like real kids talking. They really got in the mind of a kid. I'm guessing they probably interviewed quite a few kids and probably took from their own experiences too, and took that. Not always. There are a few times where I thought, kid wouldn't really say that, kid wouldn't really say that. But most of the time, it felt like these are real kids talking. This is the way kids talk. That probably has to do with the director, Steven Chbosky, who also wrote the film. He captured the way teenagers talk very well in the film from 2012, Perks of Being a Wallflower, which he also wrote the book that film was based on, and that was very good. This isn't quite as good as that movie, but this is a very good movie. That said, I did have some problems with it. I felt like sometimes they were a little too on the nose. The film, I don't know if this was the problem, but maybe there was a producer who wasn't quite confident in the film. So when there's a sad moment, he maybe said, make this a little more sad. This isn't sad enough. Or when there's a moment where, like, the bully, really, in the first 20 minutes of the movie, I thought the bully was going to be the worst part of the movie. Not because, bullies are mean, but because he was too over-the-top mean. He wasn't realistic mean. It felt like a cartoon bully. And I wasn't a big fan of that. But as the film goes on, you really get some humanity from that character, and it feels like a real character, and like I said, most of these kids feel like real kids. Also, another problem I had with the movie is I felt like sometimes there were a few arcs that were going somewhere and ended up kind of going nowhere. That said, despite all those flaws, I did really enjoy Wonder, and I'm going to give it an A-. In 2017, we've had Logan Lucky, and we've had the movie Lucky. Now we've had Wonder Woman, and we have Wonder. So I'm expecting a movie just called Woman. Okay, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.